My sense of boredom has been further heightened by television's continued reliance on former athletes, which has reached outlandish proportions. Every time I turn around, another ex-jock has found his way into the broadcast booth. The result? The presentation of a game sounds like a broken record. Hell, not only am I sick of working the games, I can't even watch a game in my living room without either falling asleep or grinding my teeth at the inadequacy of the ex-jocks and the ineptitude of telecasts. Now, it is no secret that I have long harbored strong opinions about television's proclivity for hiring former athletes. It has created what my colleague Robert Lipsight has so insightfully tagged the Jockocracy. However, I want to go on record as saying that I have never objected to the hiring of a former athlete in the booth simply because he or she was a former athlete. There are a number of ex-jocks, Pat Summerall, for instance, Joe Garagiola, Bob Uecker, and this newcomer, Ahmad Rashad, shows promise, who have applied themselves and worked very hard over the years. However, for the most part, these so-called analysts and color men have only a very limited role to play. They seldom are able to bridge the gap between entertainment and journalism. Bottom line, they are not communicators. I have, over the years, compiled a list of some of the most egregious examples of worn-out, jargon-laden bromides to come out of the mouths of ex-jocks in the booth. How many more times must the viewing public be subjected to the likes of these? To beat this zone, folks, you have to shoot the seam underneath the safety and behind the linebackers. Turnovers will kill you. He read the blitzing safety, checked off down the line, and dumped the pass to the halfback in the flat. Dropped passes will kill you. It's a mismatch, fans. They've isolated the setback one-on-one against the linebacker, and you can't let them get away with that. Missed tackles will kill you. He came to play. The ever-popular, they came to play. They dodged a bullet on that play. They dodged a major bullet on that play. Oh, brother, I need a drink. But put an ex-jock in the booth, and his cliche-ridden presentation is the least of his sins. Because of their lack of journalistic training, most of them are hopelessly lost when it comes to establishing a storyline for a telecast, by which I mean detecting trends, keying in on the personality and experiences of a player as it relates to his performance on the field, recalling events from earlier in the game and from other games and other years. You see, the ex-jocks tend to look at a game as a series of isolated plays rather than as an ongoing contest. And many of them are wholly ignorant of the human element. But again and again, I am told that it takes a former athlete to provide deep insight into the game. Come on. Anybody over the age of 2 knows that football is basically a sport without any mysteries. As no less than my friend, the late, great Vince Lombardi once said to me, there's no magic to it, Howard. If you block better, if you tackle better, if you run better, if you pass better, you win. I knew that instinctively growing up in Brooklyn, when we used to play football on Manhattan Beach. You tried to pair a big guy up against a small guy, a tall guy up against a short guy, a fast guy up against a slow guy. In other words, you try to gain an advantage. Takes real brains, right? Takes deep insight, right? And of course, it takes an ex-jock in the booth to grasp the complexities of the game, right?